Hello and welcome to Go Beyond Betty. Today we're going to make guacamole. It is just a super fast, easy guacamole. It's one that anyone would like. The picky people will even like this guacamole. So it's super fast and easy. Let's check it out. You can get much more involved with guacamole, but this is just, in my version, like New Mexican, simple, sweet, easy. So I have 3 avocados that feel perfect. One way that you can check that they're perfectly ready is I call it the belly button. The belly button comes out easily and it's not brown underneath. And ideally, that one's a little bit darker. That one's been removed. That's an outie. Just kidding. Don't listen to me. You need a lime or lemon. I've used lemon before. And honestly, I have 1 tomato. It's probably like a month old from if you did not see how I keep these great, like check here. I really prefer smaller grape or cherry tomatoes, but all we have is this one, so I'm gonna cut this up, dice it up. And I'm only seasoning it with the lime and some garlic salt. So if you don't have garlic salt, you don't need it. Just use salt and granulated garlic. You don't want fresh garlic in there. And I don't put onions in it. I don't put cilantro. This is just easy, simple guacamole that anyone will eat. So it's not filled with things that who knows won't like it. And if these are awful inside, then I'm sorry. I tend to cut right down the middle. It'll stop the seed. I lay it flat on its side and twist it around. One more time. Cut to the middle, lay it on its side, twist it. So you know that you're going to end up with 2 perfect halves, give or take.
Boom.
And this looks nice. I'm just going to scoop them out. I scoop all the ones without the pit, and then I deal with the pits. This is probably not the safest way, but one way I've learned, if you have a nice sharp knife, just a little tap, twist should do it so that it comes off. And then
what if I has a question?
Oh God. If you don't know who Carl Azus is, he does CNN 10. So every morning with the students, we watch CNN 10. And he loves puns. Oh goodness. So every single morning, there's about 30. And I'm not exaggerating. Pause. I'm gonna do one of the lines. So I'm gonna start with a half. I picked the one that was the softest. I'll use anything to shove in the middle of that. And fork, spoon, just my hand, whatever. I feel like it's best to start with less. You don't want it to be overly acidic. That's actually a pretty juicy lime. Some limes are not so juicy. So I'm gonna give this just a I'm using my potato masher. You could easily use just fork. And I love little metal bowls. I think I have 8. I think I have 10. You're right. I think I have 8 that are roughly this size, a 3-quart size, but I have plenty more. As my dad would say, don't set a boy to do a man's job. A fork is going to take you longer. Just get out the big guns. Be done with it. That was really loud. I don't go over mashed. I just want the lime to hit it immediately. We're going to keep our other half. We're going to pop this off. I'm going to cut this up pretty fine of a dice. So the way I do it, I just put the stem part down, cut a small thin slice, and then I typically break them up in half. So now I have a nice flat surface. So again, I know my fingers are in your way. This is not my best knife, Tommy. Did you sharpen these?
I did not.
When are you sharpening them?
Tomorrow.
I knew it. A little bit early. I'm sorry, but it's all good. So,
production crew. Yep.
So I've sliced it, and then I've sliced it again. Now we have little rows, but now we need a small dice. So this is something I want you to know. When you keep tomatoes in a dark space like we do, like I said, these are probably a month old. They're still good. They're not gushy or anything, but they will start to sprout. Honestly, it's actually healthier than, I mean, you don't need to get rid of this. There's nothing wrong with it. It's actually good for you. So worry not, friends. All right, this is probably not the perfect garlic salt. It has a little parsley in it. It doesn't matter. Just a little spit spat. The best part about making guacamole is kind of like salsa. You can check this video out if you need to know what a good salsa is. But you get to taste it. So just give it a nice thorough mix. I can totally smell the garlic. We've got lime in there. So when you taste it, you are tasting for seasoning. You are tasting the salt and the acid. So when you take a bite with a chip, keep that in mind. It doesn't need to be more acidic. Does it need to be a little more salty and like kind of round out those flavors? And you know it's going to get better. So I recommend making this maybe an hour ahead of time and put that lime on it immediately so that you're not going to have it brown. Just try it.
Go.
I gotta make sure it's good. Good try. I'm thinking a little bit more. Just try it. Yep. Maybe not. I think it does have enough acid. Maybe another spit's worth of garlic salt.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit more lime.
Fact.
Great. Probably that's enough. And yeah. One more zhuzh. All right. Taste again, but I'm sure it's great. It. My last quick tip for you, when you have extra guacamole and you need to store it, make sure it is sealed so that the air can't get to it. You can also put the pit in there if you still have the pit. I don't anymore, but that also keeps it fresh. So thank you again for joining me at Go Beyond Betty. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know if there's something you do different with your guacamole. Big shout out to my students at McKee Middle School. I love watching CNN 10 with you guys, and I will miss it greatly. And when I watch it, I will think of you. But thank you guys for joining me at Go Beyond Betty, where you are taking risks in the kitchen. So we'll see you again next time. Bye.
And go.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Look at my face when I'm talking to you. Just make us walk.
Let's have a dialogue for all the things.
It's a commentary. If you're not, not everybody's okay with doing that.